Hello everyone, my name is Robert Greenstein, a partner at Greenstein and Milbar, the attorneys behind 1-800-VICTIM-2, and welcome back to the 1-800-VICTIM-2 studio. Today I'm going to talk about seatbelts. Specifically, I'm going to talk about how New York's seatbelt law was recently expanded on November 1st of 2020. Now, if you're 16 years or older, no matter where you're sitting in the car, you must wear a seatbelt. Even if you're in the back seat, you must wear a seatbelt. Under the old law, it was only required that front seat passengers and the driver had to wear a seatbelt. So now if you're 16 years or older, buckle up. Doesn't matter where you're sitting, you must wear a seatbelt. As far as the penalties, if you're 16 years or older and you fail to wear a seatbelt, both the driver and you will get a ticket for $50. Now, for those passengers under the age of 16, it's the driver's responsibility to make sure that those passengers are wearing a seatbelt and or in a proper child safety restraint system. And if the child is not in a proper child restraint system, the driver can be fined up to $100 and get 3 points on their license. So it's very, very serious. And as far as what type of car seat or booster seat, that depends on the manufacturer's recommendations based on the size and the age of the child. So you have to make sure that you're looking and reading those manufacturer recommendations very carefully. Now, seatbelts absolutely do save lives. However, seatbelts also can cause injuries. And if you're involved in an accident due to somebody else's negligence and you could sustain an injury due to the seatbelt, you can recover compensation for those injuries. There could be a lot of different types of injuries caused by seatbelts. You could have internal injuries and sternum fractures and a collarbone fracture and spinal cord and back injuries, bruised or broken ribs, shoulder injuries, abrasions, burns, neck injuries, whiplash, lung and heart injuries, just really all internal injury organs. You bruised your chest wall, your abdominal wall, again, collarbone injuries. So it's very important that if you're involved in an accident and you sustain an injury caused by a seatbelt, that you seek medical attention. Now, there's certain symptoms that will appear that really should prompt you to seek medical attention. You might have difficulty breathing, you might have chest pain, limited mobility in your arms and your legs, dizziness or nauseousness, inability to control your bladder or bowel movement. You might have blood in your urine or your stool. You could be throwing up blood. So again, it's very, very important to seek medical attention if any of those symptoms appear. These could be injuries caused by the seatbelt. Now, New York has something called a seatbelt offense. And basically what that means is that if you're in an accident and you're not wearing your seatbelt, a defendant will argue that they're not responsible for those injuries that a seatbelt would have prevented. Okay, so if you're in an accident, you don't want the defendant to be able to use that defense. You want to be able to recover the full compensation for your injuries. And I had the defendant say that, if you had worn your seatbelt, those injuries could have been prevented and we're not going to be responsible for those injuries. So you don't want to be faced with that defense. But more importantly, wear your seatbelt because seatbelts save lives. So if you're in an accident and you sustain an injury as a result of a seatbelt, give us a call at 1-800-VICTIM-2. That's 1-800-842-8462. Don't be a victim twice. Give us a call, 1-800-VICTIM-2. Thank you.